Gentlemen? The correction being more instead of Ward on item 5. Let's see, how's that? With the noting of the correction, the minutes, have a motion to approve the minutes as corrected.
We have to approve this one too?
That was in another motion. Another motion taken.
Another, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
I'll make a motion we approve last month's town board meeting minutes.
I'll second that with the correction.
With corrections. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. And what's this other we got?
This is the meeting we had with the trustees, or with the trustee and the advisory board.
Oh, okay, okay.
Can you gentlemen elevate your voice a little bit so we can hear?
Well, hello, Judy.
Hi.
Judy. Need to talk to you when we're all done.
Okay.
I got something to explain to you.
Okay.
That's pretty much what I said. John, I need to talk to you after the meeting for about 30 seconds, I hope.
Okay, the special meeting with the fire department and township board. Have you read the minutes?
Yes.
Do I hear a motion?
I'll motion that we accept the special joint meeting minutes with the fire department, or the fire territory folks.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded. Those in favor? Yeah.
Question on that, what's that
Sure.
in regards to?
A meeting was called by the fire department? Was it the fire department that called it, or the
Territory.
territory? Yeah, the territory.
Technically called it too, it's a joint meeting with the advisory board.
Wait a minute, is that regarding the money?
Yes,
No,
that
Being the provider or
the provider unit. The provider units have switched hands. The money is,
it was discussed at last meeting,
constant.
it was determined what date, and it was publicized.
yeah.
So they are getting our money now?
They are getting their money switched to the hands of the trustee rather than in Markleville's hands. It's their money. It's not ours.
And then, I guess, they just chose to take it back without our control over it. I mean, I guess what brought up the issue of them asking to take that money back?
Basically, issue's pretty simple. We don't have the borrowing power to generate a note sufficient to buy much of anything within the town of Markleville. When you go to borrow money for a new fire engine or a new ambulance or whatever, it takes the township's borrowing power, because of simple numbers, to generate that kind of note. With that being the prime motivator, that's why it was put back in the hands of
Anybody at our
the township.
fire department in jeopardy of losing what they're doing?
No.
Jobs losing
No,
at this point?
no, not to my knowledge at all. The only thing that actually changed is who writes checks. The fire territory is not a taxing agent. Consequently, it has to have the taxed money come into an agency, the town or the township, that can levy tax. Since the territory can't levy tax, it has to be a one or the other. We don't have the numbers to generate any sort of a loan to like a year and a half ago, they got a $450,000 loan. We could only get about, I think, $125,000. That's the prime motivator that put the money back in the hands of the trustee's office.
Was there a stipulation set to put some of that money aside for us? What I don't want, like you just said, they'll get more money basically by doing this.
They will?
No.
No.
This was not a monetary change. It was strictly, who's the provider unit, meaning who's in charge of handling the funds. No
Right.
budgetary changes are gonna occur, so now the township trustee, as of, what, probably the end of this year, but just like they were before, prior to the territory coming on, and then we took it, what, 3-4 years ago?
Right,
It's going back to the way it was.
Right.
Things change.
How much money do we have on hand? We'll have that later.
I'll provide that in the financial report, yes.
The financial.
So I will not be providing the fire protection numbers effectively next year because I will be in charge of it.
Okay, Jackson had his hand up.
yes, Jack?
I guess my question is, I know at the last board meeting, and I don't know if I'm for or against this, I'm not advocating one way or the other. The last board meeting, it was tabled so you could get better information and bring it back to the town or this. Now, what I'm hearing you say tonight, they're indicating this has already been done. Is that correct?
Yes.
When did it come back to the town? I mean, from the town's government standpoint, it was tabled.
At that meeting we had.
When did it come before the people of the
This is
town?
what you call
Who
bullshit.
may have well been for it and did a good deal, but all of a sudden this happened. And I know it took 4 years to get it going, or 3, and Bob was instrumental in it. Certainly getting it that way, and then all of a sudden in 2 weeks it's changed. I'm confused.
Well, don't feel bad.
Well, you represent the people of this town, so you ought to have some answers for us.
You want the hard, fast answer? I'll give it to you. It was posted, it was legally done, and that's that. I can't give you any other answer. That's the way it was. They asked for a meeting, the fire department asked for it, the township asked for it. Get more information, which is exactly what they did, exactly what happened. It was posted. What more can I do, Jack?
I don't know where was it posted, I guess I missed it.
Where was it posted?
Advertised.
It was advertised.
It was on the front of the town hall.
What date it
It
was.
was on the town hall.
Anybody else see that advertisement? No, I just know it's supposed to be until the next meeting.
And do more research on it.
That was at the last meeting.
That's what we done at the meeting he's talking about. We met with the fire territory, right there's the chief. We met with the fire chief and the advisory council and the trustee in a legally posted meeting. And we went through all this, discussed, and we voted to return the governorship back to the township.
Without asking the taxpayers what they thought.
You guys said what you thought last time.
And we thought we were.
That actually, we have never made a tax rate for the people in this town. We never raised a tax levy for them. Never. Not ever.
So high, $700 a year.
So you no longer write checks to do anything with that?
I'm still in charge of it, yes.
Okay. Can you give me like, since you don't know the exact date, can you give me a month? And was it of this year when you guys did that?
When was the meeting, guys? It was on, joint meeting was.
February 18th.
February 18th, so it would have been advertised that week. Both papers,
And that's the Anderson Herald and
in the Pendleton Times. I don't know what day it was in the paper, I can tell you that right now.
Who is this guy? Who is he? Sir, what's your name?
I'm Bob Kern.
I didn't hear you.
Bob Kern.
Bob Kern. Where do you live, Bob?
I live in Guy's Reservoir
Oh.
in Indianapolis.
Okay.
I'm a candidate for running for governor of Indiana.
Interesting. Yes, Ralph.
I don't think I answered Jack's question. Did you or did you not table that discussion last?
I don't really recall.
Absolutely not. We wanted more information and we got it at the published meeting. That's when we
This is gonna
decided.
get nasty,
And it was a legal published meeting that nobody from the Markleville, only a few of us attended. It's a done deal.
You table it.
We did not table it.
You did, sir. At the last meeting.
Can I ask why when we get some hostile repair versus people when they ask for something like that? Why so much hostility?
If you had been around here for the
You
last
do not
couple
have the
months-
history to understand the magnitude of your question, and I understand your position. But it's getting a little old being sued over every frivolous little crack in the wall.
It's just,
No, I didn't say you were.
I know, but I don't want the repercussions of the choices you're making. I just want to live peacefully.
Good, then we'll get along.
And I appreciate us all being happy.
okay, do you guys not have any type of, newsletter or anything that you send out your constituents
No,
for things you guys
No.
think you might, should do something like that to keep them aware of what special meetings.
You want a
meetings
copy
that
of
are
it?
happening. I don't need a copy of it,
oh, okay.
but I think your constituents would like a copy of that,
Mm-hmm.
since they don't know what's going on.
The motion's been made that it be approved. Do I hear a vote? Made and seconded. Those in favor of approving it?
Aye.
Aye. That carries. Where's my sheet at?
I need to say something right now, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, they want to play games, they're playing the wrong time. I can't find my agenda. Is that yours? That's probably mine right there.
You can use mine.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, financial report.
Flip to the third page, it's a better summary for you to understand. No major moves, deposit-wise or disbursement-wise. I go through read ending balances for the general fund, $150,115. Motor vehicle highway, $28,119. Local road and street, $14,888. Local law and continuing education, $10,369. Cumulative capital improvement, $13,558. Rainy day, $3,720. Riverboat, $19,075. Cable franchise, $25,972. Under the fire protection territory, the fire general fund has $128,775. Equipment replacement, $148,701. Ambulance donation, $15,000. Fire donation, $15,500. Sewer operating and maintenance, $85,676. The depreciation fund, $5,191. The sewer bond and interest fund, $2,309. Police equipment, $20,707. Community building, $477. The park donation, $26,837. Food and beverage, Memorial Square, $5,829. And food and beverage, Town Hall, $2,840, for a total of $723,668. I would entertain any questions.
Our next meeting at fire numbers will change, correct? Because you won't have control.
I will probably enter the provider unit as the town probably through the end of the year. That's the way I understand that.
Town Marshal's report.
I'll make a motion, we accept the treasurer's
Treasurer's report.
report, file it as.
Second?
Oh, yes, second.
Motion's been made to accept the treasurer's report. Those in favor? Aye. Opposed, likewise. Motion passes. Town marshal's report.
Markleville Police Department's up and running. We have officers patrolling the streets. I have retained 5 of the officers from the previous administration. They all contacted me, wishing to remain on the department. They each told me that they did not leave the department. So I retained 5 of those officers: Ken Stonecipher, Ronald Allen, Jeff Brand, Richard Squires, and Chris Troxel. We have since hired 1 other. I'd like to entertain to the board that the police officers and I have decided that when we do any future hiring, that we're going to do that in a board panel setting. And we would like for the board to be present, or at least one member of the board to be present on that panel.
Is that legal, John?
You could be, one of you can be present.
One, but not more than one, unless it's an advertised meeting again.
Correct.
So that could get,
It's just a request.
yeah,
That's all it is.
makes sense.
Every police officer on the police department has had a background check done. That is done every 2 years by Madison County Dispatch on every police officer in the county, automatically. Our police officers have been set up for a National Crime Information Center IDAX class that's to take place in April. It allows us to use our mobile dispatch terminals and run once and warrants checks, vehicle registrations, license registrations, all from the computer in our vehicles. The office hours for the police department are Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., and Friday, 10 a.m. till probably 5.
What's that again?
Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., and Friday, 10 a.m. till probably 5 p.m.
Weekends,
I'm sorry,
weekends,
no office hours on weekends at the moment.
But you are on call, correct?
Yes, yes.
So
It's just physically somebody will be in the office those times and those days.
So if somebody needs one of you guys on the weekend, they call the Markleville number that they've always called, and somebody will answer it and be there, respond.
Not at this time, we're having problems with our phone systems. That's something
Okay.
else I'm going to address.
Barring technology again. But if they call for help,
If you call 911, they'll get a hold of us.
okay. Just want to make certain everybody understands that
That's usually-
at the
If
moment,
you call 911, they'll get a hold of us.
until we get the phones fixed.
We're getting bids on new phones right now, new
I've
phone
met with
system.
Nine Star about our phone system. It is extremely antiquated. They shot me a quote on new telephones. They've been out there 3 times in the last week trying to get our phone systems working. We do have a hard line directly into the police department, so the 533-2354 number brings directly to the police department. I gave the quote that I had to town board president, so he should have that for you.
I mean, this has been going on for quite some time
What's that?
with 9 Star.
Yeah,
I mean, I would be more aggressive.
yeah, we're not real happy with them, and they know
I
that.
mean, being unhappy is one thing, I would be taking it higher. Because this is our safety.
I have spoken in depth with them over the last 2 weeks. They assured me that they will have it fixed within the next 2 weeks.
But again, who do you take it to? This is a private company.
There's always people to take. Climb that ladder.
So, you gotta play with the game a little bit
I
too.
don't play game when it comes to my safety.
You talked about training, your officers. I was curious, are you updated on your certifications?
I am.
Okay, and would you be able to supply that information to your constituents because they're concerned about that issue?
You can contact the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy. They can give you all the information you need.
Okay,
All of our officers are updated with the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy.
okay,
Our rosters have all been straightened out and approved, taken care of.
okay.
And so I'm assuming by him speaking, he's no longer internship, and you've not went through or decided upon the other resumes, not to look at those or pass on those?
That's a wrong assumption.
That's incorrect.
Well, and that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm
That is
asking.
incorrect.
We'll talk more about it yet this
Okay,
evening.
that's all. Okay, thank you.
I have a fire marshal's report. There was a complaint lodged about town hall, and the fire marshals came into the office and wanted access to the town hall. It was concerning the occupancy load of the town hall. I'd like to read that report. It says, inspection category, this was done by an Aaron Ellsworth from the State Fire Marshal's Office. It says the inspection category was complaint investigation. The inspection status is complied. Their inspection notes that the facility was investigated per complaint from our office. No exit signs are required in the meeting room based on the occupancy load. The occupancy load is based on 49 due to the room having only one exit.
Has that sign been changed? And
I'm sorry?
has that sign been changed?
Yes, ma'am, I believe it has.
And has that sign been changed by the fire marshal himself, or is it just a printout? Or will they be providing this one?
I believe it's probably just a printout.
There is not a specific sign that needs to be printed. What needs to be done, I'll explain this whole situation because the fire marshal and I had a long talk. If you don't, can I interject here? The capacity of 40 was derived on a 1987, anything prior, building built prior to 1987. The fire marshal complaint was lodged, and the fire marshal's representative for this district came to Markleville.
Why?
Pardon me?
Why?
Based on the complaint. Linda Cordier lodged a complaint, fine. The fire marshal's representative came to the building, measured the building, and according to today's standards, it's 49. The error was made on the side of safety, and they have no problems. The sign does not need to be an official Homeland Security sign. It does not need to be anything. It just has to say, people, limited to, occupancy, 40, 49. That's all. There is not an official sign, to the best of my knowledge. Pardon me?
So we're changed and we're good?
Yeah, we were good from the get-go.
No, we weren't.
Yes, we were. Go ahead, Kevin. So that's where the difference between the 40 and the 49 came in.
Right.
An old standard, a new standard. Go ahead, Kevin.
I would like the board to entertain getting fleet gas cards for the police department as opposed to a fuel tank out back. It would be a little more cost effective for us. We'd be able to track our fuel usage a little better. We'd be able to track who's using the fuel, because anytime you have to fuel up, you have to put in an ID number and the mileage of the vehicle, and we would get a printout of that every month, is my understanding.
Question. Where does the paperwork go start? It would end up in your office, but who generates it?
The fleet card company would generate the paperwork as to how much fuel is used on our account.
So this is a separate company that the gas tickets would be sent to? I'm not familiar with this.
It's all computer generated. It's kind of like swiping your debit card and getting a statement from the bank.
Okay.
It's
So they go down here to the Bake Mart or Anderson or wherever, buy gas, swipe the card.
Swipe the card.
That goes to an independent firm, then they bill us.
Correct.
Okay.
That sounds like how a normal credit card functions.
Yes, but this
Type
is
thing.
specifically for fuel and oil.
Yeah, fleet being specialized in fuel for
It's good to be.
large vehicles. For the trucks.
Trying to explain the card.
Yeah.
But it's a fleet card that, it's like for Marathon or whatever gas station. And then you would use it just as you would your gas
Yeah.
card. And then you get a statement at the end of the month would be sent to the police department. That's all.
Okay.
Now, is there,
Same, just like your own gas card would be.
Okay.
now, is there a finance charge on this?
I'm not sure.
Okay, because that could come play into it, so probably need to find that out, just to make
That's a
certain.
big play into. Is there a limit? Is there a limit on spending?
Don't know, we'd have to find out.
Then you can set a limit on it, yes, if you want.
Okay.
Oh.
You had a question, Bob?
How much money has been expended on this improvements to the police department?
We spent about $100 so far.
Okay.
What's the background of the officers? Each officer, what's the background? You said you do background checks, but what's their education?
All the officers have been through a 40-hour pre-basic class and then continued training throughout the year. One of our officers is a 20-year veteran from the Marion County Sheriff's Department. Another one of our officers is a 10-year veteran from Blackford County Sheriff's Department.
Kevin, could you give me the guys' names and are these all guys that stayed on?
Yes.
That were previous
Yes.
volunteer officers? I got,
Ken Stonecipher,
yeah, I got him.
Ronald Allen,
Ron Faust.
Allen.
Oh, Ron Allen.
Easy.
Okay.
Jeff LeGrand, Chris Troxel, and Richard Squires.
How do you spell Rick's last name?
Squires.
Is that right, Rick?
Oh, I didn't know he was back there. Got it, thanks.
I was waiting for the nod, yes or no.
No, he was back there.
Danny, you had a question back there?
I just want to make a comment on the fleet card. Our company uses those, and one security issue that we noted with those, which you can take care of, is you actually have the ability to swipe and get credit back on those. You have to request for that company to lock that feature out so people don't get cash back on those. If you go to that option, I highly recommend it.
That's on the fleet card?
Yeah, we had a few technicians who they go in prepay with their fleet card. They only get, say they prepay 40, they get $20, go back, and they got cash back from that purchase, despite the fact that the company still gets billed for the full $40. So you can't get that locked out.
Isn't that theft?
We've dealt with it as well.
I can guess who. I know Danny personally, so.
Do we need to move on that tonight? Going what Kevin
What do you
requests?
Thanks,
I think we ought to get at least Google it
Grades.
or pick up one of their flyers to see, get the
If
legal
they're charging
stuff.
22% interest, like she says.
What do you think, John? You think we ought to wait on this a few Do we?
Probably should wait and
Get more information.
on Sign-up costs, financing charge.
Okay.
And have comparables with how we normally have doing the gas in the past. As far as what the bill amounts are and make comparables. I mean, I see several people that are here tonight saying that it's a great program. We probably just need to get a little bit more specifics on it.
Can you get details on it for the next meeting, Kevin?
There's probably no finance charge if it's paid in full each month. That's a typical.
That's true.
We just probably just need to match up the comparable as to what we're spending now. I mean, I understand that it's a savings, but we probably just need to have the documents so that you can put that down.
Does it cost, what does it cost to have that tank filled up?
I don't know how much we're paying per gallon. It's a 190 gallon tank.
Okay, but the truck's gotta come out,
Truck has to come out.
Fill it.
Fuel, tank, refuel, and
the delivery
delivery
charge.
charge also.
The delivery charge could offset any interest as a possibility.
How many vehicles do
Don't know.
we have now?
We got the old black and white, we got Sam's car, and we got the Dodge.
Okay, my question,
Just a minute, you were first.
You should be getting like almost a wholesale price on the fuel if you're using your own tank. You shouldn't be paying the retail price.
I'm sure we're probably not.
You should be getting a wholesale price on it if you're using your own tank.
I was thinking more of the delivery charges type
Yeah,
thing.
it wouldn't make that much difference because you can pay
Well,
the gas.
it's rather obvious that there are enough questions between interest rate, what we should and shouldn't be paying, that we need to look at it further.
Dan,
Yeah, Bob? Oh, just, go ahead, Bob.
Everything is the same as before. If they deliver fuel or gasoline down there, it goes in at a substantial discount.
Yeah.
And delivery is not charged. So
Okay.
the gas card would probably wind up costing you.
Yeah, they gotta make some money somewhere. They've gotta be making something somewhere.
You'll
Yeah.
lose the tax credit anyway, because the town usually file for the fuel taxes on the road gas.
True.
Which means 20 cents.
Dan, you had a question?
Yeah, I didn't catch all that, so I don't know what I had to say relevant. Just verify, and you'll be able to verify on your first research, I don't think you actually pay an interest unless you have an overstatement or a statement that goes past your billing cycle. So as long as you stay current with your billing,
Oh, yeah.
I don't believe there's, other than finance charges, I don't believe that 20% is relevant.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
You had another question?
well, I understand you guys, only have what, 2 cars or 2 or 3 cars? Right, okay, and you have how many officers at one time?
We're allowed to have up to 10.
Up to 10?
Yeah.
Okay, if you have, let's say you have up to 10 officers, and they're using their own vehicles, is that correct?
No, that's not correct.
They're using, if you have 10 officers, you can't fit 3 cars. I'm asking, how many,
What position are you running for?
I just asked a question.
Governor.
I said you have 3 cars. You said you have 3 cars. You have 10 volunteers.
Yeah.
Okay. Do they use their own cars at any given time?
Okay, for the second time, no.
Then I asked, you said 3 cars, okay. If you have 10 on at one time, do they use some other patrol car? besides-
You made the assumption there have 10 on one time. Where'd you find that answer at?
I'm asking.
And I'm saying that's an assumption you made, so it's not true.
I'm asking a question because I don't know.
And that's my point. They don't all serve at one
Well,
time.
you know what? You don't know anything until you ask.
Okay,
Well, that's how you learn.
really?
Kevin, how many officers do you have at when you have the regular normal hours?
He's a case.
Every normal hours, there's 1 officer on at a time.
Does that answer your
Okay,
question?
hold on a second, please. First of all, I'm from Indiana, I'm a taxpayer as well, okay? My tax dollars go here. My property tax is much higher than yours.
Yeah, sure are.
So, my point is this. A, I think he's pretty nice. He seems like he's.
And I'm not, because I'm tired of it.
The point is that you're just very disrespectful.
You're right.
And regardless if I live here or not, you should be cordial to me. You shouldn't be the way.
Well, what you don't understand is I am being cordial to you.
But you're hostile to everybody else.
Sir, can I ask you a question? What would they do to me if I go down to Annapolis at their town board meeting
They
and
would
keep
not-
interrupting?
They would not act like you. You know
Bull.
what? They don't go through that because you know what? Hold on. They don't go through that because you know why? A, they have where they can hear people.
Where did they
A,
find this guy?
They have a podium where you can stand up
Yeah.
at a public forum.
Okay, we're moving on. Kevin, have you got anything else?
What I have to say.
Oh, I've heard him. You got anything?
Do I need to bring some elected officials
Do
in
you,
here?
what do you got to say? Say it and get it over with.
What I have to say is that you, as an elected official, need to quit being disrespectful to your...
You don't know what the word disrespect starts and stops, sir. You really don't.
You know what?
I'm
You're
just
very
conveying my
arrogant.
opinion.
Hold on. You are very arrogant.
Sure I am.
And you have no right to be arrogant.
Oh, I've got all the right in the world. You just don't know what the underlying material is. You're talking about things you have no idea from. I don't know where they found you at, sir, but where they found you at has got to be someplace other than Markleville, because you don't know what you're talking about.
You do, because you're the elected official. Oh, you're not appointed, you're elected. You're elected to serve the people. And if you're not going to serve them, you need to remove yourself from your position.
Oh, you don't know how gladly I do that.
Well, it's
Sir,
very easy. Go resign.
sir, at this point in time, we are talking about Markleville and Markleville people.
Yeah, exactly.
Sir, this is
And
a
they
meeting
should be
concerning
respected.
them. This is not a meeting to where somebody from the outside can come in here and say, this is the way it's supposed to
You're
be.
not representing them. I'm a voice. I'm running for governor of Indiana. I'm a voice.
That's fine. I can run for that too.
Okay.
But these people have been talking to us,
Well, you know what?
and we have been trying to talking to them.
You know.
So whether
I have
it's,
valid questions.
whether
Find this guy.
you like it how it's being done or not,
You know, it doesn't
It's
matter. I'm just asking you to be respectful towards your constituents.
and you
That's all
need to
I'm
be
asking.
respectful to us by not pressing your views and interrupting the meeting.
It's not interrupting your meeting.
Yes, it is, because this is, there's a citizen that's opened his mouth, so sir, I agree with him. I'm going to ask you to stand down.
When it's appropriate, I will speak. This is the whole-
John,
this is the
give
whole-
me a legal opinion of somebody from another county, another town way of doing it in our meeting.
I think we just need to move on down our.
That's what I said.
Thank
Tell
you.
him what the law
Go
is.
ahead.
He can't read it for himself, but please tell him what the law is.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes.
How often are you guys patrolling? Because honestly, I haven't seen anybody patrol.
I have 7 police officers, 6 of which are volunteer police officers.
Right, I get that, but when,
They put in 5 hours a week.
Flaming joke.
Okay?
I don't know, they dumped him about some suit or something.
Shift every week. So, right now.
Sure he is, he's a runner.
35, 40 hours a week, we're out there.
okay,
I am on call otherwise, and if I am not available, one of the other officers is on call. Meaning, you have a problem, all you have to do is dial 911, and the dispatch center will get a hold of us, and we will come to you.
okay, but here's my question. Is anybody patrolling between hours, like when the buses are unloading? It's between 2 and 4? Because
Sundays
there's
there
parts that, well, the stop sign. My son
Sundays
crosses the street. And if someone hits my son, there's gonna be an issue when there's not a cop patrolling, because I've brought this up at the prior meeting.
Understand this, okay? Understand this. I took the police department over February the 9th as the interim chief. I had to start that police department from the ground up.
I understand that.
Okay? I am working on getting police officers in here. I have applications for police officers for one town works. I have not had a chance to set up a panel to interview them yet. That is in the works. I understand
many officers did you have before that?
Excuse me.
How many officers did you have before you took your appointed office?
Well, according to the former chief, everybody resigned in December.
Clerk's
Okay?
report.
So basically, I had none. I found that to be untrue. The officers that have contacted me that wanted to come back all stated that they did not
He's a
resign.
winner.
And they wanted to be a police officer in Markleville.
Sure he is.
So I
He's
had
an
to
idiot.
each one of them rehired. How many there was before? We had as many as 17.
Running out.
And Mr. Attorney, I don't know your name.
Something. We have a section down here, which I know you don't have a copy of it. It's called Comments by Citizens Present. We're going to go ahead, and at that section and point in time, would you mind holding your questions until that time? Sure. Good, thank you.
Thank you.
You got any more, Kevin?
Hours for the month of February for the officers. We had 76. Ms. Stone Sutton had 13 and a half. Ron Allen had 5. Jeffrey Grant had 15. Chris Troxel had 7 and a half. And Richard Squires had 14. We had 2 call-outs after hours. We had 3 warning tickets and 2 uniform traffic tickets issued and 1 gun permit has been issued. All the vehicles have been inventoried and we're in the process of inventorying the police department itself. The back evidence safe was opened with independent Madison County witnesses there, and that safe has been inventoried also.
Anything else?
No, sir, that's all I have.
Okay. How many hours did that total up to, Kevin? That they were on? Did you say?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't know, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I can do that real quick if you like.
Well, after the meeting,
Okay.
okay? We'll move on. Parks report, Wayno? Yeah, please, that blower's going good.
We had a meeting last Monday. We had a fellow from Muncie come in. His name was Bob Walsh. He was the one that brought the jumping things and the rock wall last year. And we talked to him about bringing stuff this year. He went through what all he had. He has this thing you climb up and you jump off of it into a big mat. And then he's got these 2 ball things that you roll down and you kind of like race each other with. Anyway, we talked with him for a little bit and we decided on 2 or 3 things. John Holmes emailed him and he does have a wagon that sells elephant ears and a lot of carnival type foods. And so he said he would bring that and he would bring the jumping houses and the thing you jump off of and these 2 ball things for like $2,800. So we're going to go ahead and get him. We already committed to the Laser Show for $3,000. This thing will be $2,800. So other than that, I put an ad in the paper about the mowing. We usually award that in March because there has been years that people have had to mow in April or the end of March. I don't think it's going to happen this year. But we decided to start. I've had 2 or 3 calls on that already. We will be awarding that next Monday at 7. So if anybody knows anybody that's interested, it consists of mowing the community park out here on 38 from the ball diamond to the north, and it consists of a little patch across from the town hall over there where the skate park used to be. So if anybody knows anybody that's interested, or they can mail it to me, or they can bring it to the town hall next Monday at 7. Really, the first thing we have is usually the Easter egg hunt, which is, I think, the 28th of March this year. It's Easter's early. So that'll be our first, usually that's our first activity at the park. And so if anybody, the sorority puts that on, so if anybody knows any little darlings that want to go hunt Easter eggs, it'll be down there I'll probably ask the police department to kind of help us out this summer, and so hopefully that will all work out. Really, think anything else, John? We did have some estimates come in. I don't know if anybody remember the bell that was at the Methodist Church down here on 38 was given to the park, and they want something put at the park and include this bell. So we got some drawings made up. We got John sent some people these drawings. He's got a couple estimates, so we'll be trying to figure all that out here in the next month or so. But if anybody's got any questions, I'll try to answer. Amen.
I'm still looking for bids for the...
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Are there gonna be bell ringers?
No. We're working on that.
For the next...
We got to figure out how high to put the bell. If we put it too high, it won't feel great.
As long as it's not the top of the head.
Yeah.
Are you still looking for bids on the landscaping of the church down here? Are you still looking for bids on the landscaping of the church? We just said that.
No, the bell. There was a bell out front there, the thing, and the church gave that to the park.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it for okay, gotcha.
Yeah, well, the bids are for the mobile.
Of the park.
Thank you.
Electrical work done down there. And I apologize, the electric cord down there, did they all get that all squared away?
We have all safety questioned items taken care of. There are some issues that would make it better, but safety is covered, yes.
I thought we still had some issues with
Yeah,
working
but it's
on
just,
it.
you know, it would be better if it were this way. But as far as passing code and being safe, we're good.
Making it better.
Trying, yeah, yeah. Because there's some things down there that just,
It's outdated.
yeah, I mean, fans that need to be replaced, stuff like that.
And you know.
It has to be an electrician. Yeah, they have a habit of tearing that stuff up.
Safeguarding for safety of our children and not only.
But the wiring and safety via codes and stuff like that are to code.
But
Right.
we could improve.
Well, we could make it better, like fans with cooling fans there in the center, the main thing, they're all busted off, and there's several things that could be better. Yeah, but they're not safety violations.
And that's on the agenda, correct?
This summer, yeah. I forgot to report on streets. Down here, south of town, those three great big chuck holes right there by the town's entrance sign, those are going to be fixed this week, or maybe, were those fixed this afternoon, Kevin?
Yeah.
Were they? Okay.
The truck down there when I went to work.
Yeah, okay. Well, they said they'd take care of them.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Can we stop the trucks going into reflectix from using this road, coming out and going in? Because that's what's really turning that road up. It's not our small vehicles that we run up and down, it's the big trucks.
My stepdad works over there, and their directions are to come 38 to School Street.
We are behind the technology curve in this respect, because what she's saying is absolutely on the money. They come in, they've never been here before, they come in,
There are
they,
officers out there and ticketing.
well, you want to address that? Where's your mom at?
Get them out there and ticket them.
But they do get tickets.
Yeah,
But
they've
if
been
they're
ticketing
not-
them,
But
yeah.
if they're getting directions from their GPS or
Right.
whatever, it's not gonna direct them to
We need signs and
950.
The truck route is actually 109 down School Street and in.
But can we have a sign put up there in order to push them down that way?
Wouldn't Reflectix be in charge of updating those?
Well, I
I've seen them twice, I
mean,
can call them again.
about signs up here, or?
Reflectix, no. But I can call them regardless. Because I do agree with you on that. Because Pendleton, you get a semi through there, they're on you like. no-
Well, I've got nothing against it, believe me.
The problem is, if you put a sign here, and we went through this 3 or 4 times, that if we put a sign here, then when Jeff gets a truck in for Mark Tool and Die, See, he can't get his, and they don't go down to the
But
bridge.
that's just like, sir, in Pendleton, if a in-town facility of business and they have material, you are allowed into the town, but you have to show you have proof of delivery at that location.
But reflecting
Can we-
in town comes under that.
Can we hold on for just a minute? We just had, I asked the one gentleman to speak under comments. Will you bring that up under comments?
Yes, please.
Would you mind?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
want to bring up one more thing before we leave Treat.
Street.
Yeah,
What?
Street, Sweet.
Sweets.
No, we've got a lot of signs down here in Markleville. In fact, there was one just hit last week down there on the
On your corner.
On their cottage and Pleasant Run Drive, and completely broke it off. The one on the other corner was a semi that we were just talking about, come down Cottage and couldn't make the turn, and they drug the sign down. That happened last summer, last fall sometime. We need to do something about the signs. I'm not suggesting that. I don't know if we have a company that can come in and do that, but we need to get some things going on that. And I know there's some more signs in town that are in bad repair. In fact, that one down there by your house, you can't even read this.
No.
The stop is done smeared. That had been that way for 2 or 3 years.
Well, I mean, when they make that turn, they run on John Case.
So we definitely need some Stein work
And
done.
that curb by the water, there's all messed up, the trucks hit. I mean, it just.
And I'm going to suggest too, along with that, that we talk about having some engineer, you guys listen to this?
Yes, I'm listening
We
to you,
have some
believe me.
engineers come in and check that bridge. You know, I met with
Oh,
the
the
county
little
about
bridge?
half a
Yeah.
dozen times, and the county will not do that.
No, they're
We
not gonna
have to
touch
do
it.
it ourselves. So they suggested that we get an engineering firm in here and look at that bridge and see if that bridge will hold the whatever weight limit we're gonna put on it. And if so, then repair that section right there where that bridge, because that's a mess.
Yeah. But if
And,
we start putting weight limits on it, we're gonna run into the same problem that we had before with
With
farm
farmers.
vehicles and everything else going up and down there.
And I know, we've been through that's why I said we've been through this 3 or 4 times. There's not an easy solution to
No.
this. We're in a little town. We're not in Pelham. Pelham can do things that we can't do, but we gotta take care of our farmers, and we gotta take care of our 2 businesses.
They take care of the farmers, I
Places.
got 10 acres out there.
Huh?
They take care of their farmers, I have 10 acres out there. They don't.
Well, that's fine. I'm glad they do. I didn't think they did, but anyway, we want here in town to take care of our 2 businesses, Reflectix and Mark Tool and Die. That's high on our take care of list. And we've tried, and like I said, there's been suggestion after suggestion. Usually when you come up with something, it ends up, well, that don't work because the farmers can't go through with
I've
it.
got,
Usually
So-
there's an exception for the farmer. You have an exception there.
And they're usually lighter too.
But anyway,
farmers will be
we've got to
considerably
do
lighter,
that.
except when they get in their semis, and then they're gonna be heavy.
Yeah, and they're hauling grain through there.
It's a, what is it, 60,000 pound limit?
I mean, and we're
We
talking.
do it all the signs already bought. We do it all the signs already bought.
I have no idea where they are. Do you know where are they, Sam?
Yeah, Bob.
Do you know?
Who bought them?
You guys did
When?
last year, when you brought this up.
I got 20-mile-an-hour signs on my road.
Huh?
You guys put 20-mile-an-hour signs on my road repairs, I requested it. So I know there was a lot of signs ordered. You might want to look around and see what we have.
I think they have to do it on School Street.
Well, are you saying we got signs, Ralph?
Yeah, you ordered them last
Where they
year when you brought it up.
Where they at?
I don't know. You guys in town.
That's
We
the
ain't
street
got that
commissioner. Sam, do you know where they're at?
I was gonna say.
Where are they?
You guys ordered them.
It's in the back building.
Pardon?
Back building that I
In
can
the-
get into.
Behind the town hall, the garage of town hall?
Behind town hall, yeah.
Okay. I got keys made for that door. Finally got them, so you can get in back there with the sewer stuff.
Do what?
I got keys for the back door, the 2 bays that are behind the town hall. So I got a key for you.
Is that gonna be the sewer office?
There's 2 offices there, yeah.
Okay, well, one of those full boxes is what I'm asking.
Well, we'll take care of it. We'll take care of it.
Okay.
Where do you want to go with the signs in the road?
I don't know.
Do we need to get an engineering firm in here to look at that bridge?
You can. The whole deal on signs,
Well, if we got signs, we don't need to buy any signs. I didn't know we had.
were the signs for that particular occurrence purchased, Sam?
Yes, they were.
Okay.
Has he been fired from the street commission job too?
No,
Then that's who we all need to talk to.
Agreed.
Well,
agreed. He's on medical leave. I mean, does that not violate your medical circumstances?
No, I doubt
I'm on
talking.
medical leave right now.
Pardon me?
I'm on medical leave
Right.
But can you talk about things?
You guys have to ask about that.
let's get back to this.
That's new business or old business. Let's continue on with the reports.
We gotta get these roads and signs done, something done about this. That one there's gonna go through down there.
Well, you got,
You want to get a hold of engineering firm?
I can, you guys want me to do it?
Go ahead.
I'll do
You
it.
want to do it? Find out what the load limit is for that?
go ahead, Bob.
I'll do it.
Yeah, you got the name of the contact up there. You just need to stand, go back. Before somebody understands.
Sewer report.
There is.
No sewer report. Environmental report. None. Town attorney's report.
I believe everything that I would have to add could be followed up with by other areas, so no.
Okay.
How much sewer repairs have to be done since he went on sick leave?
How much what?
How much sewer repairs have to be done since he went on sick leave?
I have no idea. We've had 2 that I know of.
Pardon, sir?
We have 2 that I know of.
Would we have to source them out?
Spend on that?
Pardon me?
How much we spend on that?
We have not been billed for them yet. Fredericks is doing them.
Sam, where's the pumps, our pumps?
Back road.
Back there in back of the town hall?
There was.
How many have we got? Do you
I believe
remember?
there was one behind town hall, there was one, but I believe you'll find out Fredericks used it.
Got what?
I believe you will find that Fredericks used it.
You had a question? Oh. Commission, planning commission, you got anything?
Chilly.
No meeting. Yeah, I'm cold. Okay, sir,
Let's have some fun.
it's yours.
Yeah, I wanna, all right. A lot of these people in this room have said that they feel like they do not have a voice in here. And basically, that's why I'm here, because they feel like they're being disrespected, that they don't have a voice.
Look at them leaving.
I'm still talking.
Yeah, and they're still leaving.
They can leave, we're still here.
I haven't taken the floor from you, it's all yours.
Anyway, you know, you guys are accountability, responsibility, responsible, accountable, and you need to be transparent. But you guys are missing a whole lot of things. I mean, people that sit way back there don't even know what you're saying. I'm sitting here, couldn't hear nothing you guys are saying, but mumble, you know, just mumble, nothing. And when you asked him if I have the right of my opinion, I have every right of my opinion.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
I'm a taxpayer.
Hey, Landis, I'm gonna talk
Okay.
just a minute.
Okay, pardon me.
I'm an Indiana taxpayer, I have a right. And as working for a law firm, and here on that capacity, I have every right to speak up for them and as running for office. I won the nomination for the Democratic Party for a reason, for U.S. Congress. I know what I'm talking about. I know the laws. If someone tries to shut me down, you can't shut me down when I know the law.
May I ask you a question?
Sure.
Under the open door policy and the meetings that basically, everybody thinks that these meetings are run by Robert's Rules of Order. They're not. That's a guide. They're not hard and fast. Are you familiar with where it says in the book on, what is it, cities and, this thing, Indiana elected municipalities, where it says you have the right to attend, you have the right to listen, but you do not have the right to speak. Are you familiar with that?
Why do I never have the right to speak?
It's not guaranteed. You are guaranteed the right to speak if acknowledged by the chair.
Well,
See, now you've already shown me right there that you're not familiar, because if you were, you would have come out and said, no, that's right, or yes, that's wrong, or whatever.
I don't agree with that.
Well, I don't care whether you agree with it, it's
So if
there.
the governor of Indiana came here, and he's from Indianapolis, and he spoke, it would be misappropriate for him to talk as well.
He has to
He's
be
got-
recognized by the
Is that
chair.
correct?
You do not have the right to speak. It is not guaranteed you a right under
You
the
know what? I'm
Constitution or
guaranteed
anything
under
else.
the Constitution of the United States to say what I want to say, when I want to say it.
You got it
and who I
online,
want to
Mike?
say it to. It's called freedom of speech.
Okay.
And you
He's about to do it now.
He's
He's about to do it.
Did you have something else before? Okay. Just to sort of help you sort of outline the last meeting when we were at the town council, I sort of helped address some of the open door laws. And part of the problem with having to meet here tonight is sort of to accommodate as many citizens as we can, because in the regular town hall, there is a limit and still is a limit. So I had suggested to the town council and to many others here that if we could meet at somewhere larger, if it was made available, that's why we don't have a podium, that's why it's so difficult to speak. But actually, many members of the community, two in particular, have allowed us to meet here. And I'm not even sure what type of arrangements. In fact, I asked what type of hardship it might cause, and I had asked them to make sure that they brought forward the type of hardship that it might be to the town council. But here we are tonight, so whatever hardship it does cause to these people to allow us to be in this big place, many kudos need to go to them. But as far as podiums, microphones, meeting here, it is, you're interrupting now when I'm trying to just explain to this nice man that came here who's running for governor. When have I ever interrupted you? Okay. So, and no, I just wanted to let you know as just sort of an information, because we reviewed that at the last couple of meetings about that. And so I just wanted to say again that most of the meetings are going to be held at the town hall. However, if it's brought to our attention that there is going to be a large crowd, then we will make every effort to try to find a large place, whether it's the Hardy Building, whether it's a church, or whether it's another facility that is close by that we can give notice so as many people can come here. And so I just wanted to address that because I know that you had some concern about the hearing. I've had concerns about the hearing in here, but unfortunately, it's sort of one of those things where we have to sort of choose. Do we want to have a place large enough to accommodate everybody, or do we want to have it in the small, intimate settings that are normally set for the town? And so that, I just wanted to make sure that was addressed because I know you mentioned that. So when you go around the state and you talk to other towns throughout the state while you're running for governor, hopefully the other towns, you can bring up to them your experience here as far as where things are at. But I just wanted to make sure that you understood where we were coming from as far as this facility.
May I add something to this?
First, I want to thank you. Second thing is, you know, it's not that you need a microphone or anything, because, you know, I'm sure everybody back there can hear your voice because you elevated your voice, okay? And he elevates his voice when he's ready to elevate it.
Yes.
But when they're sitting there reading the documents that these people are entitled to hear, it's not elevated. And you know, and that's all that they're asking, is that they, you know, be able to hear what that man is saying instead of mumbling between the three of them, you know, of what they can't hear back here in the background. Because I couldn't even hear it from the front.
Okay, good suggestion.
May I add something to this edification? That's the book. The page is 55. The open door law does not give the public a right to speak. Other laws may, under certain circumstances and situations, such as when there is a public hearing or requirement. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
That's the way it is, right there.
Are you a lawyer?
Right there.
Are you a lawyer? Okay. That doesn't.
Well, this is what I have to go by.
Okay, well, that's what you gotta go by.
Yeah.
But guess what? My power's a lot higher than that.
Oh, well, excuse me.
All
Oh,
you
God,
you have not presented any documentation.
I know election law, I know election.
Oh, I'm glad you do, because you didn't know that simple one.
That's, you're misinterpreting that.
Why is it that when people from Ingalls come here, who used to live here, but still get up and speak?
I'm giving him all the way in the world to speak, and you?
You're telling him that if you don't let him speak, he can't. They come here and speak however they want.
Have I denied you the right to speak? I'm not denying it.
I didn't say you did.
I'm not going to let you buffalo me. I'm not going to let you buffalo this board.
No, but what you're implying is that you have control over me. And you know what? You don't have.
No, I don't have control over you. I have control over this meeting.
Control over me is because I'm governed by God. Okay, number one. And number two, I'm actually running, I'm a kid, and I'm running.
And you lost one vote, I guarantee you, sir. You've lost my vote.
Okay, any other comments? Because we're gonna have.
I'd like to talk to you later after.
Okay, but we're gonna have to move on to other comments by citizens present.
Unfinished business.
Any unfinished business?
I think we took care of it.
Rachel, did you have a comment?
The only comment that I wanted to make is that while I was here, and I appreciate what you're saying, what you're doing, the fact of the matter is that the people of Markleville, if you had been here previously at all these other meetings, they know how to speak for themselves. Believe me, I've sat here and I've listened to it. We do not need a translator, especially about anything that's going to complicate Indianapolis to help us out. So while I appreciate everything that you've said, we don't need someone else coming in here to tell us how people feel. So please, if you could not.
See, I disagree,
And then
because
that
we're
way,
not being listened to.
you are
I
being
think
listened
we
to.
need more
Because
chances.
you are very forceful when you speak. Believe me, you are very
He's a
forceful.
champion.
I've heard every single word you said, and still to today. Whether you acknowledge that, but the fact of the matter is that this meeting has been on.
And I'm waiting.
We're going to new
Just
business.
call for order.
Okay,
It's over.
okay. Anything more on unfinished business? Because we got some more stuff yet to talk about under new business. Under new business, we now have 5 applications in, and today was the last day for applications for the marshal's position. So we can now go into executive sessions. I need guidance on how we should proceed with this, John. Now, this is what we're thinking about. Correct me where I misstated. We go ahead to We've looked at the first 3. We've had 2 more come in the last 30 days. Now then, that being the case, we need time to review numbers 4 and 5. Where should we go from here? Should we go into an executive session to discuss, or is that permitted or not?
It's executive session to narrow down to the top 3, and then those 3 individuals are given an invitation to come to an open meeting whereby they are interviewed in front of the public.
So in other words, we can go executive session to talk.
To narrow it down to 3.
To 3. Open executive session.
No, just an open meeting.
Open meeting. A called open meeting.
Called open meeting.
Okay. And then that would be where the motions would be brought forth?
An interview of those 3 candidates.
Okay. At the end of that meeting, what would we do? Adjourn it?
Adjourn it,
And then
or you can make a motion to accept one of the candidates and
At that
offer
time?
the position to that candidate.
Okay. Okay.
Does that,
Yes.
May I ask a question, Lance, please?
Sure.
Just for clarification for myself, in this public meeting where you do the interviewing of the officers, the potential officer, that is for you guys to conduct that meeting, and that it's not the public, or is the public asking the questions? Who's asking the questions here? I'm assuming you guys are doing it.
Is it not
let's get legal on that.
the interview, the second meeting where we would interview the people themselves, we would be the only people talking?
Yes, but it has to be in the public.
It has to be before the public body?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's just the town board asking the questions.
Unless the town board wants to open it up to the public for questions. However, if they choose to conduct the interview without opening it up to the public just has a right to listen and participate as being an active audience. Whether questions are allowed, that's up to the town council.
Okay.
At some point in time, you have to allow comments, but not questions.
Okay.
Does that also include, preference, or somebody likes this guy, so they want us to pick him? Or?
Any and all comments related to the hiring of the town marshal can be accepted by the town council. The issue the town council has to decide is whether or not they want citizens present to be able to ask questions of the candidates.
Well, we could do that at the next regularly scheduled board meeting then, couldn't we?
We could if
The public meeting, I mean.
we could if we can get that.
What'd you say, John?
I think somebody was talking again.
Okay.
But if we could get it scheduled that fast, then yes, you're correct. We could publish the fact that we're doing it at the next public meeting.
When you say it, the actual
The
interviewing?
executive session and the invitation to have people come and be ready, as far as the candidates.
So we can call the executive session now for, when do you guys want to meet?
About any time.
When do you want to meet, Mike?
What's best? What about you, Mark? Is there any night that certain for you?
I don't think there's anything really going on with me within the next week or so.
Okay. Because that's what I'm thinking about, is
This week or next week,
Monday
for the
Huh?
executive session.
Next Monday night.
Next Monday night? What?
Next Monday night,
Yeah, next Monday night's the park meeting.
It's gonna be executive.
Before the meeting.
Well, it's going to be an executive, so we can hold it in the town board, I mean, at town hall.
We can hold it in Mark's office. Couldn't we?
What would we say about next,
Tuesday.
Tuesday? Monday, Thursday, what? You guys tell me.
Best of my knowledge, Tuesday's good for me.
Next Tuesday's not.
I think we ought to get off on Monday.
Why don't we do it Monday?
Not good for you.
He needs Monday night, the 16th.
The 16th in your office?
Or at the town hall. Yeah.
Town hall.
Well, the
16th.
park board will be in there.
We don't meet till 7, do they?
You guys don't meet till 7, do you, Wayne? Well, let's start it
we
at
get
5 or 6.
6 o'clock, March the 16th, Town Hall, executive session,
6 o'clock?
6 o'clock. For the purpose of reviewing possible candidates to narrow it down to the top 3.
I'm in. Good for you?
Yes.
That's a Monday, good.
Monday, the 16th.
That's good with
6
me.
o'clock.
You good, Mark? That's a good date.
Make it so.
And then,
And then we could, if you want to, you could announce tonight that the next Markleville meeting could be for the possible interview of the final 3 candidates.
you want to do it that way? You want to do it that way? Or would you
Gotta
like
be
to do
a
it-
public meeting.
It's got to be
It's got
a
a public meeting. Now, do we want it on the normal meeting to make it a long meeting?
Make a long ass meeting.
And
It'll make a long meeting.
Make it the 23rd.
These meetings should only last an hour.
What time, this meeting
These
on?
should only, I mean, what we're having tonight shouldn't go an hour and a half, the business that we have, so, I see no problem having it the same. It just complicates it when you start adding more dates and there's a cost, because we have to advertise and just make it a
Yeah.
point that,
You have to advertise it.
let's do it.
let's do it.
Next,
Next
board meeting?
Next board meeting.
And then the decision, if it has to be posted, make it for the
April
next
13th.
board meeting.
April 13th, 7 o'clock, the next board
Yeah.
meeting.
Got it.
Did everybody hear that?
No,
Yeah,
executive
next Monday is the executive meeting for this. And then
Okay, on the 16th at 6 o'clock, the executive session will be called for the purpose of reviewing 5 applications. At the end of that, we're going to bring it down to 3. Then, at the next town board meeting, those 3 will be invited to come in. We will interview them in front of the audience, and then we will make a motion at that point in time of whom to hire. Yeah.
Can we get names of those 3 candidates to do our referencing?
I don't see why not.
Why? Webb's is one of them. Webb is one of them. No, but you're gonna interview 5 in your executive, you'll come up with 3.
Correct.
At our next town board meeting, at that time, it'll be open forum to question.
For
From the
town
board.
Not from the public.
Not from the
necessarily.
public, from the board.
And that's the point in time do we have to make certain we understand the requirements?
We know Kevin.
It's Kevin Allen, oh heck,
2 new ones.
Let's see.
Dave Rhodey, R-H-O-D-E. Perry Bennett,
I don't have his.
I should have.
No.
There's what it looks like. I'll
That's
get
2
it.
T's on Bennett.
Give me a copy of it later.
Oh, here, you can,
No, I got it. Never mind.
okay.
Tom Brown.
Tom Brown.
David Weaver.
And Dave Weaver. That should be 5, isn't it?
I didn't realize.
Tom Brown has
He's retired Anderson cop, Julie Stoller's husband, whatever.
Yeah, but that time we'll have background checks and all, we'll have background checks and all at that time.
Yeah, they'll do their own background checks. Mine
Yep.
won't do mine.
No,
Yeah,
no, just asking.
yeah.
Probably not.
I was gonna say, I'm just
No
sitting here
use to have a
thinking,
background check.
unless they're gonna hire him.
Till the guy we find out is gonna hire. All these guys,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got all that.
all these guys.
Most all of these guys are already cops in one form or another. Now Brown's retired. Perry's the officer over at Sulphur Springs. Dave Weaver was at Kennard and Shirley.
He is retired.
Newcastle.
And he's retired.
He's retired.
He's working at Bake Mart is all.
Yeah, he works at the Bake Mart. Kevin, who are we leaving out? Oh, Rhodey is the,
Yorktown.
lives in Yorktown, and he's a policeman over at Eaton, they're north of Muncie. Yeah, they're all actively.
Make
So if
Sure.
what Kevin said, that everybody goes under background check for
All
being
police
officers
yeah.
in the state of Indiana, then they would have a background check already.
We'll have to. Exactly.
Yeah.
Of his stock and references.
Is that right? All you guys get a background check every 2 years if you're active in police work in the state?
Madison County, I know they do.
Okay.
Can
Madison
you
County.
can request another updated though, right? Or you can request another background check at any time though?
I can,
But that's what I'm just saying.
yes. All of our officers will be having another background check done next month for this IDAX and CIC class.
Okay.
Any police officer that is.
3:16, 6 o'clock town hall.
Indiana law enforcement.
I'll have to put that on the bulletin board so I remember it.
That all?
I think, is that all?
That's it.
Motion to adjourn in order.
Come on, do it.
I'll
Done.
make a
Got
motion.
any bills? Got any bills to pay,
I
Mark?
can't hear you. Oh. Ow, damn, that hurt. You came to a good one. You came to a
That's
good
issued
one.
by the Indiana Association of Towns and Cities.
Yeah, right, yeah. Yep. I use them a lot. I bet you guys do too.
Believe me, that book is taking us out of trouble.
Jeez, like the background check on him.
You talk about somebody from the Rudy Kazootie farm.
Have a good night. Thank you.
I just hope it didn't go bad.
Nice to meet you. I'm Bob Foster, Scott Lyons.
Judy, where have you been the last couple meetings?
Well, I'll tell you why. The first meeting that I missed, my mother died.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judy.
And
Sorry.
so she actually died Christmas Day, Christmas morning. I guess that's a good time if you're gonna go.
Yeah, you get to go see the man with the master plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then I had an accident and was driving the next meeting I missed. I was driving my car down 22